Alright guys, welcome back to Hooked on Fishing. I know it's been a few years, but today I'm going to be getting back into everything. So yeah, here we go. Today's video is going to be all about my spring fishing rods and reels, what I plan on using them for this year, and just what you guys can be expecting to see me catching with them. This isn't all my rods and reels, these are just my main ones for the season. Every year we all have, stuff that breaks and stuff that, just ends up getting worn out or not being useful anymore. So, these are my rods that I've set up, and I'll explain all of them. So, we're going to go from the smallest species all the way up to the biggest, and I'll kind of just explain along the way. Today, our first one is going to be this is the Ugly Stick Dock Runner. It's a 3-foot long pole, has a cork handle. Besides that, the reel that usually comes on isn't very good, so I swapped it out for a Zebco crappie fighter reel that I had off of a rod that broke about 2 years ago, I believe. I have it paired up with just 4-pound test. This is awesome for just throwing it in the back of the truck, whenever I'm going out places. If you see a good spot, you can always fish it. Besides that, it's also good for little kids. So yeah, I just like to always have this. It's a very versatile rod, and besides that, these things are basically unbreakable. So we also have Youth Trout Day coming up here in the next few weeks. Not this upcoming weekend, the weekend after. And I hope that my little cousins can use this, or any little kids that'll be at the event that we mentor at. So yeah, so that's that. We're gonna move on to the next rod and reel now. Alright guys, so this is our second rod and reel. This is the Ugly Stick GX2. This is a 5-foot ultralight. I personally love ultralight fishing. It's just always been a thing that I liked. I have this paired up with a Cast King 500 reel. I'll be honest, when I ordered the 500 reel, I meant to order a 1000. I just accidentally bought a reel that's kind of meant for like ice jigging, but it's never given me any problem. Actually, the last video I ever uploaded was with this exact rod and reel combo, and I caught a 2.5-pound trout with it. So it's awesome. I have it paired up with 4-pound test. I love this rod and reel. I use it for crappie and trout usually, but bluegill, so any kind of sunfish, any kind of panfish. I have caught a couple bass with it as well on accident. But yeah, this is an awesome reel just for whenever you need to catch little fish, or whenever you're trying to fish for crappie. The fiberglass tip on the Ugly Sticks that they have, especially the GX2s, because they're a little bit more sensitive to bites. I like to use them. And yeah, I love crappie fishing. I probably caught over 200 crappie with it since I got it. So this is going to bring us up to our next one. This is a Daiwa Sweet Fire reel. This is a Fluger. I believe it's a Gold Series, or no, this is a Gold Medalist. Sorry, now I'm reading it. Gold Medalist rod and reel combo. I actually got this rod down in South Carolina for 15 bucks at the time. This is probably about 5 years ago now. So I bought this for 15 bucks. We were just down on a trip to go see some family, so I wanted to go out and fish with it. I had a different reel on it from another rod, but I like to have like a metal rod and reel, or just like mainly on the reel. I like to have a nice metal spool, metal handle, metal bail. I just find it personally that it's a little bit more reliable. Besides that, this is a medium fast action, so I'm not too sure exactly where I want to go with this. I don't have any line on it yet, just because I've been trying to figure it out. But yeah, this is, a nice rod to have. It has a little bit of extra play on it. I know you guys can't see the tip, but it has a lot of play in it because it's a fast action. This reel I've caught a lot of bass on in the past where I have line on it. I like it. It's a Fluger. It's a good brand. So yeah, I'm planning on kind of having this as like a versatile. I could use it for bass or for panfish. Obviously, I'm not going to be catching catfish or carp or anything bigger. Muskie, pike, stuff like that. But it's a good rod. I caught saltwater catfish with it, but they don't get nearly as big as channel cats up here. So our next rod and reel is going to be this bait caster combo. This is a Berkeley Cherrywood bait casting rod, and this is a Calyx XL 3. left-handed retrieve bait caster. I don't even think they make or sell these anymore. I bought this for my birthday, man, 6 years ago now. I have a right-handed retrieve rod and reel too, but I broke the rod on that, so I have to get a new rod for that. But yeah, this has been a really nice setup. I think it was like $25 at the time when I put it all together, maybe $30. But I have 30-pound braid on here. This is a medium heavy action rod, a little bit more stiff. Obviously this could be mainly for bass. I actually took it out for catfish on the river before up here. It does cast pretty smooth. I like it. It reels very smooth. So it is a nice rod and reel combo, perfect for bass fishing. You know, I personally don't like a rod that's bigger than 6.5 foot, so this is perfect. And yeah, so that's what that's for. You know, maybe I'm gonna get into using swim baits and other bigger baits and heavier baits, so I feel like that'll help out a little bit. And finally, for right now, this is my Lew's American Hero. It's a really beat up rod. You guys can see it used to be white. It's all discolored. It's been in the water. It's been out in the rain, out in the sun, obviously. I got this 2 years ago. It was when I graduated high school. Me and a buddy, we both got them. I'm going to be honest with you. For Lew's, I'm not too impressed. The reel on it isn't really that amazing. It's all plastic besides this handle part, which most reels, this is metal anyways. The rod is my second one. The first one broke within like a week of us having it, and my buddy also had the exact same problem. Both of ours, so the tip snapped off, and like we were just fishing, like it wasn't like we were beating them up. So I wasn't too impressed with it, but I mean the second rod they gave us, I've caught multiple bass on. I haven't had any problems with it since. I do like the rod because it has a split grip. I'm personally a huge fan of split grips. I just think that it's a way more comfortable rod and reel to hold, especially while casting. Besides that, it's a medium action. I believe it's 6.5 foot. I have 30-pound test on it. All my rods, the reason I have them all out and I'm doing this is, well, first of all, just get another video out. I haven't had one in a few years, so hopefully looking to get some people looking at the channel before trout season opens. And once trout season opens, that's usually the start of spring and spring fishing. But yeah, just so you guys kind of, you know, get to see some stuff. And I had to spool all these. I take the line off almost every year or two and re-spool all my lines. But like I said, I have other rods and reels. I just haven't been using them, and some of them are broken. Some of the reels need to be greased up and stuff. So stuff like that. They are, you know, some of them are still usable and whatnot. So yeah, and as you guys can probably see, I have my baits and stuff out. My tackle bag is over there. I'm going to be making a video on some of the really cheap stuff that I got off of Amazon, such as split shots and stuff like that. But you guys just stand lookout for that. That's going to be in our next video. And hopefully you guys, you know, enjoyed this. This is just my, you know, getting my feet wet again before I start uploading. I have another GoPro on the way. I have 2 GoPros as soon as that one comes in. And I also have my phone. I have a phone mount for a tripod. I have 2 chest mounts. So hopefully I can be getting some really cool angles and videos, especially if I'm out with people, they can wear one. So yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys looking at this. We're going to try to make this a full-time thing where I'm actually uploading, because I go out fishing a lot, so I might as well video it, right? So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this. I look forward to uploading more videos, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch it. See you guys in the next video.